Good morning, everyone. My name's Tony Merriman. I'm the warning coordination meteorologist with the Weather Service at Flagstaff. I'm going to briefly talk about the CoCoRaHs program and why are we even talking about drought in the first place. A lot of times I visit Navajo Nation, Hopi Nation, and I'll just use the term that they use, water is life. Water is everything. So we use CoCoRaHs to measure water, precipitation, and primarily lack of precipitation too during drought conditions. So what does CoCoRaHs stand for? It's the Community Collaborative Rain, Hail, and Snow Network. So basically what it is, it's a national network and it was started back in the late 1990s. It's a network of volunteers that work together to measure precipitation. I just snagged this map from CoCoRaHs from yesterday, and you can see where it rained. And again, since we're talking about drought, where it has not rained across the United States. So why CoCoRaHs? Again, the whole point is to measure precipitation, whether it's rain, hail, or snow. Precipitation is very important and highly variable, as you're well aware. And the problem that we run into in Arizona and a lot of the Western states is that data sources are few and rain gauges are far apart. And weather radar coverage is also pretty sparse relative to the eastern part of the United States as well. So the more data we can get, the better analysis we can do. I just have a zoomed in picture of the state of Washington. Again, I just want to show real quick, more quality data, the better analysis of current conditions. And any drought monitor author can tell you the more data, the more quality data, the better analysis they can do. The challenge here, as you go from west to east, you can see the Seattle area has a lot of precipitation reports, but where exactly that precipitation ends, it's pretty tough because there's not a lot of data available in the central part of the state. So you can see it tapered off, but where that transition occurred, it's hard telling. Zooming in closer to home to Arizona, again, this was from yesterday. So all of our observers that still report zeros, they're definitely a gold mine. They help us out quite a bit in assessing drought. But as you can see with a lot of citizen science projects, the data is pretty much clustered at population centers. So you can see Tucson in the southeast, Phoenix in the central part of the state, Prescott and Flagstaff in the central part of the state. Our biggest challenge really is in the northern part of the state. That's where Navajo Nation and Hopi Nation are. And actually, Dene College up in Saline, Arizona reports their zeros. So that's really helpful. But the more data that we can get to fill in, the better information that the drought monitor authors have to assess drought conditions. The other limitation of that part of Arizona is that radar coverage there isn't the best. The Flagstaff radar is actually right down here. So it's the radar beam can reach the four corners, but the issue is that the radar beam height is pretty high up by the time it reaches that point. So any kind of rainfall analysis is an educated guess at best. The other nice thing about CoCoRaHs, I think this was discussed before, is that you can report conditions at your place. And again, if you sign up for CoCoRaHs, you have the option, and it's on the left side, condition monitoring report. This just so happens to be my CoCoRaHs site that I have here at my house. And you can just go in, report, the 7 scale condition: severely wet, moderately wet, mildly wet, near normal, all the way down to dry. Provide a description. So this not only provides a way for you to verbalize what kind of drought conditions you're experiencing, but also gives insight to the drought monitor authors as to what is happening where, and any of the narrative impacts or subjective impacts as well. And when you enter that data, you can go ahead and just click submit data, and that data is available publicly. And again, meteorologists, hydrologists, you name it, have access to this data. So it just adds more to any kind of zero rainfall reports, adds a subjective narrative, and gives a better clue as to what's happening in your local area. So how do you join CoCoRaHs? The website's just CoCoRaHs.org. And you click in the upper right corner there, join CoCoRaHs, and then just follow the prompts from there. You'll need to purchase a rain gauge to participate in the program. It's about $40. There's different websites on this website where you can purchase a rain gauge, but again, that's pretty simple. Simple stuff to do. There's no moving parts. You just get a 4-inch plastic rain gauge and observe every day. You can report either on the website or on the CoCoRaHs app. That's available for free download on Google Play or the Apple Store. So that's all I have for CoCoRaHs. Are there any questions?